Hello, hello. Give me a second. I will just update. Where is it? There it is. Update everything. Bam. Alright. And there we go. Welcome to Pokemon Colosseum. Welcome to a very, very chilled, low energy stream. I felt like doing some grinding, some like, you know, low stress, low commitment task right now. So there it is. Let me just check that everything is working. Twitch is telling me the connection is unstable, so that's not great. Alright. Okay. So, making sure that everything is working right. It is recording, it is doing everything. 20 purified. So here's what happened. I need to change controllers at some point, because this controller has issues. Here's what happened. Last time I was playing this, we were at 17 purified Pokemon, and I did the trick. You can do a trick, I'll actually show it. So here's the trick I did. So I have a few Pokemon. So there's a trick in this game where every 255 or 56 steps, you get like a tick of purification, and it's dependent on nature. And we've discussed already that it's not great, but it's the case. And the thing we can do is actually do this. See, when the character's glitching out like this, it still counts steps. It counts them very slowly, but it does count them as steps. So I did that, and it ended up purifying 3 Pokemon. But it's very, very slow. And at that point, I never like tasks that just where you do nothing but let your computer or console or anything run in the background for no reason. It's a bad use of hardware, it's a bad use of electricity, it's a bad use of everything. So instead, I was like, you know, might as well play the game. We're gonna grind. Might as well do this right. And at this point, might as well stream it. Very lower energy than I usually stream for. There's some stuff going on in my personal life. There's some very positive and very negative. It is strange. It's like some awesome stuff and some terrible stuff. So right now I'm feeling weird. So instead, let's grind some Mount Battle. Let's chill, let's hang out. Have some fun time. Plus, I never stream at this time. It is currently 9 p.m. where I live, so late evening. And I never stream it at this time, so yeah, maybe we'll see new faces. So there we go. And you know, it's the kind of it's the kind of time where I don't mind just watching pretty animations of Pokemon and not a lot happening. But yeah, we're gonna just grind the Mount Battle challenge. I actually put a what is it, Skarmory in the daycare. But the problem is, the daycare bonus, the daycare purification bonus, the heart gauge, only triggers every 256 steps as well, so fighting in Mount Battle does not really matter. Anyway, hey, welcome. Hello, folks. Like I was saying, it's going to be a low energy, very, very chilled stream. It's fun since I made the script for caught and living decks. It's very easily adaptable, so now I have the same script working for Purified. See, I can -1 or +1. And what we need is 48. I should have put it, but I didn't. So, whatever. I'll put it in the left part of the stream eventually. But yeah, right now we have 20 Purified Pokemon. And I wish I could be more efficient about this. If I knew the nature of all the Pokemon, there's definitely ways to be more efficient about this. By fighting with only the Pokemon with the right nature, and putting the correct ones in the daycare, but Pokemon nature doesn't appear. It just doesn't appear unless the Pokemon is like 2 or 3 gauges in, hard gauge in. So nice anime. I like the back stings of Ariados. And I hope we get the cool music for every fight. Yeah, we do. That's cool. At least we get the... And then Rich Boy. Pay to win. Yeah, we get the cool music every fight, though. That's pretty cool. Yeet the negative out of the window. I wish I could. I wish it was that simple. But when stuff happens that is beyond your control, well, you can't just decide to just yeet it out. Alright, and we get Espeon. And I've been thinking... Ah, Dunsparce. This kid's got some good Pokemon. This kid's pay to win, but... I also like Lunatone and Solrock. They're kind of dumb Pokemon, but I do like them. Oh, what did I do? I was not paying attention. I should have called Murkrow. We are here specifically to purify Pokemon. If we lose during the challenge, I am a-okay with it. This is not the tough challenge. This is the grindy one. So it doesn't really matter if we don't make it. I also like Dunsparce. I always felt it was a Pokemon that was begging to have an evolution, a proper evolution. Kind of like Magikarp, like super weak for 50 levels or something silly, and then bam, like transform into Super Giga T-Rex or something. And then we'll call Heracross. Oh, that was pretty good. I think Heracross has a nature that likes being called. The extra part that's hard to keep track of is that natures have an influence on purification, on the hard gauge changes. But also not every Pokemon has the same... It looks like it, at least. Not every Pokemon has the same hard gauge. Like, the early Pokemon, the early level 30, 35 Pokemon seem to have a very short life hard gauge. And then the later ones, like the Legendary Beasts and Tyranitar and stuff, seem to have like a giant hard gauge. So it's hard to keep track of. Is this Pokemon not receptive to this part, or is it just a bigger gauge? Hello, Dugout. Today's stream, we're just purifying Pokemon. Just a good old grind. Today is the grind. That's all we do. Thankfully, we have a level 73 Espeon at that point. I've been putting all my XP in Espeon, so we're doing all right with when it comes to fighting. Plus, we get our entire team back, so. Oh, I should be using... Okay. Well. And who knows, we might actually beat the Mount Battle Challenge. I mean, we have a big Espeon. Actually, while it's doing this, maybe I can just add the... Let's see. Also, we might be able to actually buy TMs, which would be good for the actual Mount Battle Challenge. I've been thinking about it. I might still go for the Ho-Oh Challenge. But it's very dependent on how I feel, like where I'm at, once we're done purifying every Pokemon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna try and... Oh, well, I'll do this before. Yeah. Bulbapedia has a list of shadow Pokemon with heart gauge size. Okay, so it is different. The heart gauge size is different. Size is different. Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of like having different ways to purify Pokemon and have nature's influence that when Pokemon in the first place are not consistent with that stuff. But still, we're getting money, we're getting stuff. I will still pay attention. Like thinking back on it, me just kind of rage quitting and just using like all the money I had on specific Pokemon, like just on the Pokemon I had in hand, was a bad idea because I could have purified. I could have used that better. But I was very done with Colosseum at the time, so. Right, so what I was doing is this. Let's... Oh, sorry, I've got a runny nose apparently. Didn't even notice I caught a cold. Hello, Laura B. Thank you for the kind words. Happy to know you enjoy the videos. I don't usually stream at that time, so that's probably why you have not caught a stream yet. Or, you know, maybe you've caught a stream before, but not often. Hello, Matthew. How is Colosseum doing for you? Well, let's say I'm past the point where I care enough to be angry about it anymore. I think we're past that point. I don't much care for it. I made a full video going into detail about that stuff. It's very cathartic. It's the same reason I don't complain about Gen 3, like the issues I have with Gen 3, because once I made that video that kind of encapsulates all my issues with Gen 3, it's like, all right, well, I've said my piece. Now there's no point in repeating myself. But yeah, I have issues with Colosseum. I made a full video about it. Thankfully here, oh, there's the part. Yeah, that's right. This game does this also. Sends a bunch of dark Pokemon to prevent you from using Espeon, because they know they know you're gonna use Espeon for everything because it's just that good. So the game sometimes sends you dark Pokemon. Banette. Very weird looking Pokemon, Banette. Alright, so while the attack animations are going, let us... so if I do... So I need to move this, right? We'll move this like over here or something. Right. Thankfully, whoa, something's going on the screen. Perish. Okay. What's up? Oh, okay, but it's back. Wait. Oh, wait, those are not dark. Those are, oh, I'm silly. Right. Those are ghost. Those are not dark. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, before going down, we're gonna do some things. All right. So what I'm gonna do is do this. Do this. Wait. I'm trying to do stream stuff. That's why I usually do this. Right, so bam. Right. Sorry, give me a second. Bam. Okay. And then... Right. Bam. All right. Okay. Now, oh, Perish. So everybody's going down, basically, if Perish goes down. I don't know how Perish works. So how about we just mix things up a bit? You know? Oh, can't be switched out. Oh. Okay, well. I'm very much not paying attention to the screen. Give me a second. Alright, so we want, yeah, so that guy's good. Yeah. Give me the XP. Oh, but Ned's back. So like this, and then put this guy, yes. Like this, right? That looks good. What do you guys think? What do you folk think of this? Me thinks it's all right. Me thinks words are difficult. Right? Okay. Sorry. See, there's a reason why I very much prepare that stuff in advance. There we go. Okay. So what's up? Heracross. I'm happy we get the good track and like the background is good. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Everybody goes down. FYI, I'm feeling ill and your playlists are great for falling asleep to. I enjoy your videos. They're great for sick sleepy too. Thank you for the content you produce. Well, I'm flattered. I'm happy that I can help you out a bit. I wouldn't think of my videos to be good to fall asleep to, but... don't listen to the ones where I go crazy about fish. That might wake you up, though. Oh, no, we want to call. Yeah, we're actually making good progress with purification. It's not the most thrilling process, but... Next video soon. The next video, I want to work on it real hard. I should actually be playing... So here's a little bit of behind the scenes. The next video needs to happen soon because I now have a... Well, it should. Nothing's 100% right now, but... I should have a sponsor, which means... there's like a hard set date for release, right? Because it needs to fit within the company's campaign, right? Which is the way it works when it comes to sponsorship. Which means the next video will come at most the 20th. For patrons though, it will come out as soon as it's done because I don't need to have the sponsorship segment verified and stuff. But yeah, and it would be the video about the Civvy Islands, which is why I should be playing. Should quote unquote should be playing Leaf Green. I'll always forget which one I'm playing. Leaf Green. To do the Civvy Islands, but right now, like I've said, you know, feeling a bit low energy, so let's play a low energy game. Sometimes, you know, I complain about the grinding, but sometimes you just need your brain to be, you know, you need some like low intensity, low commitment, simple tasks. Just, you know, I want to press A and watch like cute animations. You know, sometimes you just want to grind in games. I've actually been grinding, so I was so much in need of this. I've recently been playing, there's a Steam sale going on. There was a Steam sale going on. And I got Dead Rising, the original Dead Rising, and actually did the grind for the 53,000 something, basically almost 54,000 zombies defeated. And yeah, that was just a grind, just, you know, a very repetitive grind. Do this while watching something else. Actually, so it's funny because I was playing Dead Rising while watching a playthrough of Dead Rising. It was really silly. But I was feeling grindy. Which is why right now, grinding, like purification grind, looks pretty cool. Pretty good. Oh, Blossom's floating. Wait, what? I thought Blossom had legs behind the dress like this. So it's funny because since I learned Girafarig's name is a palindrome, like, you know, You can read it from start to finish or finish to start, and it's the same. I don't like its design anymore. Because it used to be a palindrome because the giraffe was like, both sides were the giraffe side. If you look at the beta design, Giraffarig used to be like a giraffe on both sides, and that's where the palindrome makes a lot of sense. But here it's like both sides are different, so the palindrome doesn't work anymore. It ruined it for me. Congratulations on the sponsor. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with it. That's one of the very, you know, what I was saying earlier, one of the positives. It is. As a content creator, getting sponsored means like this month you don't have to worry about, well, you don't have to worry about income as much. It is very helpful. And I want to do things right for the sponsor as well. You know, have a long-term relationship, if possible. That's why you've noticed, like, so far I've had one other sponsor, and like they have appeared in several videos. So, you know, if you do things right and you create a healthy relationship between you, the sponsor, and the audience, I think everybody can get something out of it. But yeah, I'm stoked about it. But yeah, and the next video, yeah, it's the Savvy Islands. It's just going through the Savvy Islands and exploring every corner. And there's a lot of stuff. It's a cool place. Like I've said, it's basically like a greatest hits of Gen 3. And considering Gen 3 is really cool, like Gen 2/Gen 3, and considering how good Gen 3 is, like, we'll see when I get there, but the only frustrating part of the Savvy Islands is the on-the-rails nature of it, with like cutscenes and forcing you to have national decks and all that stuff. That's kind of a bummer, but as far as the actual areas themselves, it's really cool. You have to admire graphics that make Giraffarig cuter than Espeon. Yeah, Giraffarig look great. That is something this game's Gen 3 sprites are awesome. It's really funny because when you see Gen 2 is not as noticeable, but as soon as you see a Gen 1 Pokemon, you very much notice the difference in oh, what's Nightshade? Is Nightshade an attacking move? Let's see. I don't know. Let's learn about moves right now. Let's see. Like the identical 43. Would that be good? It's 43 damage or power 43? I guess we'll see. Yeah, the Savvy Islands, pretty cool. Pretty cool place. Oh my god. Oh, this is such... Yeah, the animations are awesome. Swellow's KO animation was fantastic. And that Giraffarig looks great. Yeah, the Gen 2 sprites are also good. The Gen 1 sprites... Gen 1 sprites can be rough. But you don't notice it because the animations are so good. So that wasn't too bad. Let's use it. Let's use it more. The beta design was... Oh, by the way, you know, since this is a low energy stream, I will be even slower reading the chat. I apologize for that. I'm usually behind a lot, and I'm going to be extra behind. I think the beta design for Giraffarig... What happened? Oh. I don't know, something probably happened. Okay. Wait. Okay, so nobody's affected. It's okay, I'll use Swift. I forget which one is Dark, which one is Ghost, which one is something. Oh no, it used... Sorry. Okay, so everybody's not good. Everybody's being kind of a bummer right now. I'll just use Shadow Rush. The problem I have with Girafareg's beta design, it was very creepy, and how do you... It was super creepy. And how does it work, even? Because, like, it has two fronts, but that's not... It doesn't work. Like, how do you make it... in the anime, for example, how would you represent that? Like, is there one side controlling the other, or is, like, only one side? Like, is... If the hooves... Are the hooves, like, front and front? Like, it wouldn't work. Like, it's neat as a design, but as soon as you think about it as more than that, and the actually how it would work, it doesn't. That's probably why they changed it, because the front design is really cool, but the more you think about it, the less it works. The name is still kept the palindrome with its evolution, which is neat. It's neat, except it, like, the evolution is even further away from the double design. It's like a giraffe within a giraffe, so... I mean, I like the design, it's just... Yeah. It's more of a neat novelty, the palindrome. What were your first playthrough teams for each Pokemon game? Oh, I don't remember that. I have no idea. I didn't care enough about Pokemon to, like, back then, to remember my teams. Because, like, most likely, because I remember going back to Ruby and then, like, being surprised with my team because I did not remember it at all. And it was basically the Fire Starter and Alakazam. And that was pretty much it. Like, that was the backbone of my team, was that. And that's pretty much every team I ever played was just a starter, and, like, have everything... Like, have the entire game, like, my progress be tied to, like, the level of my starter. It's like, alright, well, I just grind with the rest to get them up to level enough, and then do most of the fight with my starter. So it's basically... Gen 1 was the water starter. I actually had a level 100 Squirtle, because it was my favorite Pokemon. Then water starter for Gen 2. Then Gen 4 was the fire starter. And then Gen 4 Hard Gold Soul Silver, which was Soul Silver, because I grew up with Silver. Was the grass starter, actually, which also very much influenced my distaste for the grass starter. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Murkrow is getting purified. Look at this. Almost done. But yeah, grass starter. Not great in even the remakes. Everything is annoying about the islands? Aw. Really? I think accessing them is pretty neat. But again, I've not done them fully. I know what little I've done of it is really cool. As someone whose first handheld was DS with Gen 3 games, City Islands were always like the Johto I couldn't have. Well, that's why it was... Oh, yeah. That's weird. Because, like, the City Islands are still fairly small. Well, they're not like a full continent's worth of content. But yes, I see what you mean. But a Girafarig is like the cat dog Pokemon we could have had. That's the Pokemon. That's the thing Girafarig makes me think of is cat dog. I cannot see Girafarig and not think cat dog. Which is weird because I never actually I don't know anything about cat dog other than the design of the character. But every time I see it, it's like, yep, it works, right? It speaks to people, like, directly. To me, at least. Yeah, we're not... Okay, I was like, where's the last move? We're not there yet. So I actually wonder how the rest of our team is doing on that front. Yeah, they're going down. They're lowering their stuff. It's not great, but we can see their nature at least enough to be able to, yeah, gentle, docile. We'll be able to plan at least, plan enough to, yeah. All right. All right, that's a nice platform right there. With Udon, sorry, Odon. Did a playthrough with only Blaziken and Alakazam and HM experts in Ruby, and it was completely broken. One of my easiest Pokemon playthroughs ever. That's probably why I don't even remember playing it. Because I remember going back to it, because I kind of stopped playing after the Elite Four, because I was standing in front of the Elite Four with the new island unlocked. And then I looked at my team, I was like, wait, I have like a level 70 Alakazam. What happened? It is very weird, because I don't even like Blaziken. And the same way I don't like Meganium. And yet, I went back to Soul Silver. It's like, yep, it's my highest level Pokemon. It's super slow. It gets destroyed by quick Pokemon with good, you know, with fire moves. But yet, I still won. Although I will say, I ended up having like replacing it with what is it? Vaporeon, but like the only time I ever did a grind for a quote-unquote tournament Pokemon, because it was not like full IVs, but it was like full IVs for speed and special attack. No, was it so speed, special attack, and health, I think. Or I think I gave up and was like, the special attack for sure, speed and HP, I was like 19-20 IVs. And then I specifically got like specific EVs and stuff. It was the only Pokemon I tried to have it be the best it could, and man, I'm never doing it again. It was not worth it. But I did end up like I still have a level 100 Vaporeon that has like amazing, like just can one-shot pretty much everything, you know, choice specs. With like a really good moveset, like Blizzard and Surf and what was it? Like a dark move. I forget. But yeah, it's the only time I've done it, and I will never do it again. Blaziken was the one time I deviated from choosing the grass starter. I will say, it's kind of a bummer to me that the fire starter kind of became, for a while, the like fire fighting. Like that was it. It's like you wanted to fire, yeah, well, you're gonna end up with fighting. It seemed very lazy, very kind of a bummer. Because you already have, every generation has fire, water, grass, which is kind of dull at this point. But then even when they evolve, they don't evolve into unique types. Like they ended up doing fire dark for the... Wait, is it? I forget. But like I remember for like several generations it was like fire fighting. And that was a bummer. I mean, I don't care. Nowadays I fully embrace my my water type bias. I don't even try anymore. It made this my Scarlet playthrough very silly. But also very fun. We have fly. Look at this. Bam. It's not very effective, but yep. So kind of disappointed with this design, this 3D model of Mawile. I think it doesn't look so good. But maybe it's because it's one of my favorite designs in Gen 3, so. Is the Luchador, I forget, is the Luchador Pokemon that's Fire Dark a starter or not? I forget. Because it's generation that I haven't played. So I know like Greninja is a starter also, right? I forget. It really is not. It is a starter, which, okay, so that's the weird part. Is that, if I recall correctly, that guy is Fire Dark, which is funny because it's still a fire fighting. It seems like they made like another fire fighting, but we're like, okay, we gotta change the typing. But it's very much a fighting Pokemon. It's weird. Oh, Altaria is not. What's going on? How come Altaria is not flying? Bam, and Murkrow's gonna be purified. Look at this. Bam. Awesome. That's one more. He's a heel, so he's evil. Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm looking at it just from a gameplay perspective. Like, it makes sense that it's dark, and it's just... I like that design. I really much do. I'm not a huge fan of the fire fighting. Like, the fire starters don't do anything for me. They really don't. Because the problem I have is that they're just humanoids. It's like, oh, it's a humanoid creature, which is like, you can make any creature and you make a human type. Like a human-looking, a humanoid-looking thing. That's kind of lazy. Come on. And for a long time, it was just that. That's kind of... Like, even in what was it? In the most recent, like, not Skull and Valid, but the one before that, Sword and Shield, is the same. It's like basically like a soccer player. It's kind of... Come on, man. Although I did like that one, but it's also the fire starter. No. I'm good. Yep. Yes, I would. We're gonna teleport, and we're gonna purify. Alright. Okay, so we can purify some Pokemon, making progress. So where are we at with so that was 45 minutes basically. Like 40, let's round it to 40 because I was talking about stuff. 40 minutes for 10 floors. That's very slow. And we didn't even purify that much. Yeah, we're not that great on purification. So yeah, the grind of this game is too grindy. That is still a thing. Unfortunately. It's something I was mentioning last stream, actually. It's even in the core games, it's weird how the game relies on you grinding, but does not provide you with an efficient way to grind. Even Gen 3. All right. So that is one more. Oh wait, I put 24. I'm dumb. Nobody mentioned that? Nobody's paying attention. I put 24. I'm dumb. This is 48. There's a lot more. 24, I'd be stoked. Let's go. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Is it 48? I forget. It is 48, right? 46? No, it's 48. 40 something. Yes, it is 48. Oh yeah, no, we have to purify the entire thing. Well, you have the XP share. We might, so we're probably not even gonna trade Plusle. Or at that point, maybe we should. In the guide, I put like, there's no need to get Plusle, but we just literally get it as part of the story. It's just that, you know. Can you even rename Plusle and stuff? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how convenient the trade is. The trading is between this and the version, and we'll decide if we actually want to trade Plusle. So what do we have? It's very important to note the Pokemon we have. If we have some natures, I think we only have one nature. Also, Remoraid here is not a good idea. It's level 20. Let's put Heracross. Next thing about this Plusle is that unlike all Pokemon in this game, it's a foreign Pokemon. Oh, so that's why. Okay. So that is why. That's a good... Thank you for mentioning that. Let me check. Okay, so I am not trading this guy at all. No, no, no. Absolutely not. So I try to avoid Pokemon that are not from us directly or indirectly. It's like, even if technically it's another trainer when I trade it to Emerald. Like if I were to trade my Espeon with Emerald, it's another trainer, but it's still me, right? I caught it. I mean, this is the Living Dex. We want to capture all the Pokemon ourselves. So where are we at right now? Let me check. There's also I'm mixing things up, so sorry about doing nothing, but I'm checking things out. So we don't know this guy's nature. Lonely, it doesn't matter here. Serious and gentle. So serious, what's serious? Let's see. Serious is Cole in combat, so that's pretty good. Should put that in combat. That's probably why it's low. And next is gentle. Oh, I think gentle is... Oh, yeah. Gentle is the sense. Yeah. We will. That Remoraid is getting put back into the PC. Actually, we could purify it right now. We got money, right? Did we? I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, we don't have any money. Damn. Do we have stuff to sell even? Nope. We got some stuff, but nothing too exciting. Alright. So we don't get money for... We don't get money for the challenge at all. That's a bummer. But yeah, it was absolutely a mistake of me to spend all my money on silly things. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah. Nope. Continue. Yep. Area 8. So the biggest problem is having 2 battle challenges is kind of silly, because this one is basically, you know, once you're over leveled, it's not even difficult or involved. As you saw, I'm just pressing A and throwing the big attacks just because I'm like double their level. Oh my god, look at this neck. Oh, that's really good. Look at this. Look at this Sunflora neck. That's rad. I think HP up sells for 4,000. Yeah. I'll wait until I have nothing else to do to buy cents again. Oh, that's some great... Oh, that's so good. Yeah. So even... Yeah. Even missing a lot of animations, I am still very, very much... Like, my point... The point I made in the video about animations being fantastic, even considering the number of animations the Pokemon I've seen... I had seen when I made it was low. Yeah, it still holds up. Still very much, all the animations are so good. Heracross's attack animation is great. It's all great. And that stuff is Gen 2 too. Oh yeah, this is, even the attack animation is great. Yeah, the animations are absolutely fantastic. For sure. Hey Bass, you're probably not here, probably left already, but no problem. No problem. Can't wait for my boy Stantler's turn. Oh, you should have told me. Because right now I'm not especially... I'm just doing them in order in the boxes. I could have used Stantler instead. If anybody has any Pokemon they want to see, I accept this loss. Well, you don't have a choice. You've lost. Whether you accept it or not, it's all the same. You can save the best for last. Well, they're all, you know... The thing is, some might be skipped because they might just purify by being on my team. So, if you want to see some of them, You gotta tell me. This challenge gets up to level 60, so yeah, it should be mostly trivial. It is worth noting that in Pokemon games, levels don't improve stats, but improve your offense by themselves, as level is part of the damage formula. Oh, yeah. Yep. That's why, you know, during the streams, it's something I've said, it's kind of strange how this game was not built for levels and would actually be more fun if every fight was, you know, like you remove leveling system altogether and just everybody's level 15. Let's have some fun. Let's focus on strategies instead. Because when this game does focus on strategies and that's all it does, is it's pretty great. You know, I feel for as difficult as this game is, oh, that's a Gen 1. That's a Gen 1 3D. That's an N64 Pokemon for sure. Look how blocky it is. It's Alakazam. Was it Alakazam? It was Kadabra. But yeah, for as tough as this game is, having to deal with very tough challenges, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better. It is Kadabra. You know? It's not very effective. I wonder how different the gameplay would have been if there were no levels in play. Well, it would be the same, except, like, it would just be strategy. Like, you would only rely on strategy and not leveling itself. Like, you would just focus on, okay, is this move good for this, is good for that, instead of here doing like I do, where it's just, I'm over leveled, just destroy this. Which is probably why, and that's the thing people have been telling me, is that's why I've gotten comments, and they're definitely, like, I read, don't think I don't read comments and they don't influence me at all, because I've read enough comments of people hoping I still do the Mount Battle Challenge and telling me, like, this is the fun part of the game, like, this is actually the most enjoyable part of the game, is the Mount Battle, because it really is just no levels, just do the, not this Mount Battle, the other one, but it is just, yeah, strategy and tough challenges, and you actually earn continues, and if you mess up, it's good, you can come back and do stuff like that. Makes the game more fun, so I'm actually considering it more and more. We'll see. You know, I say things and then nothing's set in stone. I made a full video about how I will not play Pokemon Yellow. Once I'm done with Gen 3, I'm going back and getting a Living Dex in Yellow. I'll have to update the website and everything, it's all good, but yeah, I'm absolutely getting a Living Dex in Yellow. By the way, one thing I didn't notice, like it just flew under my radar, and I realized when making the guide, Colosseum actually allows us to skip Hitmontop, because we catch a Hitmontop as part of the game, which I'm super excited about, because it's something I'm actually bummed out I forgot to draw attention to. Hitmontop might be one of the most frustrating Pokemon to evolve. Even in the, I made like an extra video about Gen 2, the Gen 2 Living Dex, and the worst and like most frustrating Pokemon to capture was, I completely forgot about Hitmontop. It was super frustrating, like just evolving Tyrogue to Hitmontop, you gotta go from level 5 to level 20, and then use the right items, because like I would evolve to this, then I use one item, but like then it takes you over on the defense, because you need to have defense and attack be the same when it evolves, not before and everything. It's just, it took me like 30 minutes just for this Pokemon. Just level 19 to 20 to get everything right. And then depending on EVs, it might change. So it was so just... I just want to evolve this Pokemon. So yeah, Colosseum, just bypassing the need for this by having Hitmontop available is actually pretty great. I'm actually pretty stoked about this. I didn't remember it. I didn't notice it. But yeah, it's a nice little little detail I'm happy about. Oh my god, this is this is so good. These animations are so good. These are so good. And I know those are Stadium 2, but you know, hey, I've not played Stadium 2, and regardless, if they work really well, keep them. That is the right call. Mount Battle is fun for players who are into competitive Pokemon. I'm not sure how you would enjoy the challenge, but I think it would be interesting. You don't have to worry about Hitmontop and Hitmonchan because you're playing both Kanto remakes anyway. Well, I'm not playing both Kanto remakes anyway. Like, I happen to be playing both of them. But in the guide, I don't actually play both of them. But regardless, you need to play Kanto twice. Even if you had one version, you have to play Kanto twice because of the fossils anyway. So yeah, like, this is not... Ooh, that is a mighty Yenna. I'm pretty stoked we get to listen to the good music. Just, you know, maybe not every encounter, maybe like, you know, mix things up a bit. But I think maybe they're compensating for never using it in the main storyline. Oh no, right, it's the... Actually, I'll use my attacks, then be right back. Yeah, just do this. Oh wait, did I do it again? All right, I'll be right back. And of course, this time is when... Oh, Stantler, here it is. Is the time where... I need to press the controller. I need to press A. So if I recall correctly, once we're done with this Mount Battle, we get a flute. Which we might be using on Tyranitar? We'll see. Actually, could check. So, do the Pokemon have hard gauges? I need to see the hard gauges. Or if someone has the page and can tell me, like, which Pokemon have the highest hard gauge. Although... the weird thing, though, so here's the weird part. Tyranitar, while having, like, a huge Shadow Gauge is also high level, so can be used in combat pretty well. So it may not be the best Pokemon to instantly purify. The same goes for Suicune. No. Sidekick on Granbull. Hey Ryder. How's it hanging? Yeah, we're doing alright. Doing a chill stream of grinding Mount Battle. Not the most exciting, but we gotta purify. We gotta do some purification, so. By the way, you probably know this already, but you can challenge Mount Battle with any Pokemon, including Pokemon from the GBA games. You'll want to have a good Pokemon and movesets for this challenge. Is it really that crazy difficult? Because at that point, I was thinking of doing it with these Pokemon, but maybe I should just not and do it with... Well, I can't really use the Dream Team, because the Dream Team will be used for HM purposes. Alright. And, okay, yeah, some calls. Some good calls. Ring, ring. So I know the Pokemon in Mount Battle have the same level, so the same level as my highest level Pokemon, or do they are all set to my highest level Pokemon? Because that's the part that could be silly. If it takes my highest level Pokemon, but then allows my other Pokemon to be lower level. That'd be silly. Silly Billy. And I'm assuming it's like 6, right? They don't change this. Oh, wait, it's this dude. It's the big man. It's the man we fought. Well, maybe not the exact man, but like the trainer type we fought. Yeah, the bodybuilder man. Okay, so it is fixed. Okay, so the way you said it, I thought it was literally take the level of my Pokemon and then... Okay, so that's good. That's actually what I want. That's what I'd like. I think level 50 would make more sense because it's usually the level used for competitive, right? That could be cool. It could give me like a little taste of competitive Pokemon. That could actually be pretty interesting. Because then, you know, what team should we pick? What strat should we go for? Because I know we're using Vaporeon for sure then. But then what else? You know? Should we use the beautiful duo that we used in Emerald? Oh, okay, so level 100 then. Oh, yeah, because the game won't down-level my Pokemon. Okay, good. Well, thank you for telling me. Okay. Okay, so I basically have to go with level 100 then. But then they... So they don't down-level, but do they high-level then? Like, if I go with level 100, do I need to grind my Pokemon to level 100? I'll still just be lower level. Oh, so that's terrible. Alright. That's complete garbage then. Alright, well. That's just bad then. That's what makes it difficult. It's the same way people told me Colosseum was difficult. Like, the story is difficult. It's not difficult because it's difficult because it's badly designed. Which is the worst kind of difficult. I can deal with a difficult game that's, you know, has the challenge way high, but a game that has a high challenge because it's badly made. It's like if I made a terrible platformer and said it's difficult. It's like, yeah, well, it's difficult because it's a bad platformer. And there are a lot of those. They are difficult, but they're also not fun. I love this animation, by the way. The Valplume just with the twitches, little twitches. I just did Mount Battle with 1 level 100 Pokemon and 5 level 50. All the trainers were at level 100. What a grind. So I'm thinking then we need to make a specific team, but that's going to be level 50. That's super dumb. That's super dumb. Because then I can't use the team I'm already using in other games, because this might be over level. That's super dumb. How do we get whipped so quickly? Oh, nice. Yeah, they're set to my highest, but it means I gotta grind to my highest level then. Which is still not great. Yes, did I say I need to grind for 100? No. But I need to grind my highest level. But yeah. It's silly. Breloom, by the way. Breloom, which we won't be using in our dream team. Do I still have my dream team? I wrote it down somewhere. I know I did. Where did I write it down? Trying to remember it, because I did write it down somewhere, my dream team. So yeah, Rhydon is like specifically the one I used in the video, because it's specifically a Pokemon where you can see, yeah, this is a Nintendo 64 Pokemon. Look at how blocky it is. Super blocky. See, look at this. But the idle animation distracts you, because it's pretty good. I'm gonna focus Swallow first, because you never know when they might use Fly. Them bird Pokemon, bird type. Alright. This animation's absolutely fantastic. I think getting Pokemon to level 50 makes sense, just right to make sure you don't overlevel them. The problem I have is the fun part of Pokemon is getting your team, right? Is getting the team you like and fighting with it. And all these restrictions kind of restrict myself to using Pokemon that I may or may not have like ready or like are part of my team. Because I don't even know what my... Because the fun part would be using my Emerald team. Like mixing it up. Like, what would be fun is using Beedrill. You know? Use Beedrill, Vaporeon, my fantastic duo in Emerald. Like, make a dream team of the best. But then it means because my Beedrill is level 100, I would need to level everybody else to 100. And that's just like, ugh, great, awesome. You remove the fun part of Pokemon. But you know, learning this definitely cools me down on attempting this challenge, but it still looks like something would be fun to do. We will see. It is still on the table, but not sure I'll go for it. You also need to have every Shadow Pokemon purified in the party, not another game or in daycare. Oh yeah, for sure. I will not do this before trading them. Like, don't worry about this. It's good. I know I need to be careful about this. It's funny because even doing the grind the right way, this is not going fast. I think once we're done with Mount Battle, I think there's probably better ways to grind for trainers, right? So here's the funny thing with Jumpluff. If you look at the ground, the shadow of the balls are not balls, they're squares. Because I mean, those are sprites. Like the balls, the fluff balls. They're sprites, so they made them not actual balls to preserve polygons. Think about competitive modes like Mount Battle or Battle Frontiers that not every Pokemon is viable. Yeah, but you can't, you know, you have a team of 6. Like you can have strategies. Actually, I'm dumb. I could just do Psychic there and then Shadow Rush to that too. Oh, not Mega Drain. Come on, man. You already have the Leech Seed on. What are you doing? I think the interesting part, if I were to go for the Mount Battle challenge, would be, can someone who knows nothing about Pokemon and is terrible at fighting, could they make it? And if yes, how? And if no, what's the hurdle, right? What's the wall? I think that could be an interesting approach. Because once again, anytime I think of doing stuff in the games, I'm always thinking of turning it into a fun video, into fun content. And I think that'd be an interesting approach to it. Which is what makes me consider it even more, or like consider it in the first place. Where genuinely, if all I was going for is the living dex, I'm good. Like I'm good. I'm doing the events anyway. It's all that stuff is planned, no problem. That's also a great animation. Oh, and doesn't fall down. Because like the Mount Battle challenge at the end would not be for the ho-ho, who cares, right? It would be, why is it the most difficult challenge, and how can someone with little Pokemon knowledge actually defeat it? Well, not Pokemon knowledge, combat, like battle challenge knowledge. Oh, so they do... Okay, so it's not 6. It's not 6 for every fight. It's 3 and 3. Or 4 and 4. I think I would go for 4 and 4. Like, the fun part of Colosseum is the doubles, even if it would make the fight more difficult. I think it'd make it more fun. I like doubles a lot more. It's a lot punishing, but also a lot more interesting. I love Tropius as well. It's one of my favorite Pokemon. Like, for real, it's really silly. I was so bummed out when they were super small in Scarlet. Uh-oh. That's a lag attack. Doubles is often faster. Yeah, because usually you go for double hits, right? You go for like the good old Earthquake strat, or... I know casually it's a lot more interesting. I don't know about competitive, because I've not actually seen... Every content I've seen of competitive Pokemon has been singles, so... And then down. Oh wait, no, I'm dumb. I'm dumb, it's dark. Quick attack goes over Swift? What is this? I think both singles and doubles are interesting format. Yeah, I think so too. But I think in this game specifically, it's the game that, like this gen, is the gen that made me realize, yeah, doubles is the, like casually at least, it feels like the natural evolution. Fights are a lot more involved, there's a lot more that can happen. Like, you don't have to add more moves to make it more interesting, because it already is interesting with the current movesets. You have to adapt some move to make more sense, but... I think it mixed things up enough. It's really funny because I actually had a comment on the Colosseum video that was about when I talked about doubles being fantastic. I used footage from Emerald where I purposefully dodged a double fight because I used a lot of footage. Like, that one slipped through the cracks of, like, this is not good footage to prove that point, because when I started Emerald, I was avoiding doubles, and then at the end I went out of my way to do every doubles fight because it's super fun. So I guess it fits more to do the challenge doubles. Although, I don't know which one is more difficult, or if there's one that's more difficult than the other. Like the doubles challenge or the singles challenge. Oh, Torment, right. Right. Torment indeed. Ooh, critical hit. I guess one of my issues with this would be, like, I know, like, kind of the double strat in Colosseum is basically, yeah, just doing, like this, right? Use Reflect or the other move, like, I forget the name, but that's kind of, like, not super fun. Because it's just, like, very stall heavy. Let me go grab some water. I do love Relicanth. It's a silly design. I'll use my moves and then we'll see. See about this water. The best drink. Oh, right. Torment still up. There we go. Alright, now we can actually use the right move. There we go. Problem solved. I always thought that was kind of creepy how fish Pokemon just sink and then float up like they're actually dead. It's kind of... Oh boy. I thought I was playing a kid's game. Well, not a kid's game, but a kids-focused game. And you're showing me dead fish. It's kind of messed up, game. Who's this lady? Area leader. Shoban. I really do like, yeah, the trainer design is also great. I want to try using Relicanth actually, especially since I don't need Lunatone anymore. I like Relicanth. I kind of like the silly Pokemon. Well, that is very clear if you've seen me play, but I really like the silly Pokemon design and like the big ancient fish. That's perfectly up my alley. Man, once we get to... Well, once I play Black and White, my team's gonna be like the dumbest design. It's gonna be like garbage bag, keys, ice cream. It's gonna be all the dumb Pokemon. All of them. The theme of the team is going to be what could be in your purse, right? Just flip over a purse. What's in it? Some garbage, some, I don't know, some keys. I do love doubles for stuff like Rain Dance, Thunder strats. We actually talked about this before as well. Like, I think not yesterday, but like last Leaf Green stream, how Rain Dance, it's weird that Rain Dance is, it's like, it's useful for other types, and I tried to make Rain Dance work for water types, but yeah, it's such a weird move, Rain Dance. It's not even that great for water types. I have a problem. So many of my favorite Pokemon are like 4 times weak to ice, and too few fire Pokemon to protect them from the ice. Tropius, Jumpluff, Torterra, Oh, that's not a good... yeah. You don't encounter a lot of ice Pokemon in the story. In the main gameplay. But all it takes is one, and then bam. Also, I didn't know Starmie's, like, back star was flipping. That's also great. Great animation for Starmie. The back star flipping around. Moving around and stuff. Heracross is like, no! Heracross is doing pretty, you know, it's doing pretty well. Level 43, still doing alright. You know? We're fighting like level 50 somethings. Man, Darude is crushing Espeon. Look at this. Although, I will say, yeah, without Espeon... Can we actually win this? We might lose this. It's not paying attention, but... Such a good, every time it's such a good animation. Yeah, we have a team, like right now our team is the team of great animations. Hydro Pump. Ooh. Yeah, I guess Miltank is just defense, not a lot of special defense. And roll out. Oh, what's that? Oh no, you got me. Oh, with the Darude again. And then with the lost turn again. Oh. Should I go for just attack instead of... Yeah, probably. Because we might just lose this. Instead of calling Sunflora. Yeah, okay, that's still good damage. Oh, 1 HP. Well, I think you're going down. Yep, you are. So, will we lose here? Because our team is not full of high-level Pokemon. I mean, it's still 2-on-1. It's really funny the amount of Master Balls I'm throwing every time. Just, I'm reminded. I had no idea Starmie can learn Thunderbolt. Gen 1 Pokemon tend to have wide move pools. Yeah, Gen 1 Pokemon tend to have wide move pools and terrible shiny forms. Okay, no, I think we're good. I think we're good. Boop. See ya. So that was a bit scary. I think we should remove... No need to cry, lady. Oh, she's not crying anymore. Alright, 80. Yeah. If only the game... So I missed so many Poke Coupons because I didn't pick them up. in the early stages, because you actually have to pick them up. Like, that's dumb.